And one thing that people often don't look at or see in the markets is the volatility, right? Price and volume are right there. Volatility, isn't always there. Sometimes you have to search for it. We talked about tier one, the flip line, but you had a really good example of Apple and Apple volatility, and how people may not see what's going on underneath the covers. I thought that might be worth just talking about a little bit.
Yeah, let me go back to my notes on this just to make sure that. And these notes are what populate the top three things, the early look, et cetera. So let's do Apple. One, it broke. The volatility of Apple broke up. Okay, trend breakout on Apple on volatility is 21. Volatility went to 25, like in a New York minute. So when volatility breaks out, my trend breaks down. Because what is my signal? My signal is price, volume, volatility. Okay. So when the volatility component, this one, went north of 25, Apple, the stock, which by the way, this is VXAPL, and I wrote in the early look, Jonesy, how many people own Apple? Basically everyone. How many people know what VXAPL is, or what the volatility of a thing is, and the volatility of volatility, and how to apply it to their decision making? Very low percentage. Now, what I also said was maybe 5 to 10% of people would know this number, 185, because that's where, no, actually 100% of people should know that number. That was the closing price. 187. That's the 50-day simple moving average. I said maybe 5 to 10% of people who actually own Apple would know that. It's kind of an irrelevant number unless you're looking at for observational purposes at the zoo, moving monkeys, but let's just park that, okay? So PVV, I have a price volume volatility signal. Not a simple moving monkey average, which are for dinosaurs. And if you get upset when I call you a dinosaur, it's okay. They're actually really cute in cartoons. But again, price volume volatility for VXAPL shoots above, so greater than 21 got you to 25, okay? This was the biggest red signal in the market yesterday because Apple equates to 7% of the S&P 500, okay? Huge impact. So if you didn't know that Moab matters, now you know, the mother of all bubbles. When you start talking about these types of trillion-dollar market caps and their percentage impact on beta, or the S&P 500, you really need to be paying attention to this, especially on particular days when it does that, because it does that infrequently. It went from bullish trade and trend to bearish trend in one day, right? So that's critical. What else we got? So on this, what this fed was to 191 is trend. So what I like about this setup now, Jonesy, is that you could have anything, a JOLTS number. Wall Street's going to find something to go bullish on, and then they'll try to bully the tape. But they'll think that you buy Apple if it crosses this line. We'll sell it all day long with a stop at 191. Okay? So it broke trend, and as importantly, this is what really fed. And one more point on this. Point number 3. What else would I be looking at? I'd be looking at, if you can guess this, you're really good at this, and I mean that sincerely. I mean, I'd like you to be able to predict what I'm going to say next. So when I'm looking at things, I'm looking at the price volume volatility. Okay, what is that trend level that broke? And then to make a decision today, if I'm short Apple, what am I looking at? You're good. You're really good. You're looking at the risk range. Okay, so this risk range is now 184 to 193. 4 to 193. Apologies for the scribbles. That's not what you pay me for. So what's really interesting is that, and I finished your early look note with this. What if 1 month volatility doesn't break out on the VIX above 3 month? What if you go back to positive dealer gamma? What if this goes back above 191? Well, just buy stocks. Okay? Top end of my range still says that that's possible. So maybe you should send that last 2 seconds that the bulls need to hear. Why don't we just consider the entirety of the risk management decision-making process? Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.